Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my life, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Yes, I had to use my avatar because for some reason or another, I am having problems with my Wi Fi. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason, it seems like I'm in a matrix. So, guys, like I say, go ahead and bear with me. But before I go on with my commentary I want to go ahead and talk about Destiny Payton. She was on DJ Richard Sky. She did an interview, and I think it went awesome. The vibes was really good and everything. But before I go on with it, guys, I want to go ahead and give my condolences to Richard Smalley and his family. I saw where his son had died. Oh my God, that is so tragic, especially when you have to, bury your child. Man, that is hard. So make sure you go ahead and keep Ricky Smalley and his family in prayers, because that was very horrible, to hear something like that, to know that he had to fly out, because of hearing, that his son had passed. And, I didn't go all into the details to see what all had happened, but just make sure we go ahead and keep them in prayer. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and play the 30-second back, and then we can go ahead and get on with our commentary. But I think something else, I want to go ahead. Something I saw on Instagram. I had saw Dr. Jamal Bryant. He had talked with the 5 cops that had beat the death of Tyree. What's his name? Tyree Nichols, saying that it had a white cop. He the one had a taser, and they didn't do anything about it at all. I want to go ahead and play a little bit of that before I get on my commentary. But again, guys, happy blessed Sunday. Let me go ahead and play the 30-second back countdown, because for some reason I didn't even hear the sound. So I want to make sure that the sound is great. So that's the reason why I didn't go ahead and I put on my avatar. So let me go ahead and play the 30-second countdown back. Okay, guys, I am back. I can hear it on my other phone, but I can't hear it on here. So I guess you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, guys, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. But let me go ahead and share this with you. I saw this this is on the Shed Room. I want to share this with you. Gosh, man, this is too much. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up for you guys. See if you can hear it. This is Dr. Jamal Bryant. He's talking about how, like I said, he's not going to excuse the 5 cops that, beat Tyrone Nichols to death, but also why wasn't the white cop who had the taser, why he wasn't arrested?
These 5 police officers, they were charged, they were arrested, they were fired, and I believe that all of them should be fired. All of them should be charged. But I want to say to you on record, where is the white officer holding the taser? How come his picture is not on the news? And how come his name has not been called? Not only him, I want the emergency medical technicians who sat around and did nothing. These 5 police officers, they were charged, they were arrested, they were fired, and I believe that all of them should be fired. All of them should be charged. But I want to say to you on record, where is the white officer holding the taser? How come his picture is not on the news? And how come his name
Come on,
has not
guys.
been called? Not
Wow.
only him, I want the emergency medical technicians who sat around and did nothing these five for 23 minutes while our brother died. I want all of them charged. I want all of them persecuted. And I want all of them investigated. For 23 minutes while our brother died. I want all of them charged. I want all of them persecuted. And I want all.
Guys, did y'all hear anything about that? That's something new to me. That is something new to me. You mean that they arrested and charged 5 black cops and didn't arrest the white guy that had the taser? And I remember seeing on video where they had picked up the taser and started wrapping it up. You know, they was picking up the thread. Now, come on, guys, make it make sense. And this is something new to me. And also the medical tech, they didn't do anything. And that's allegedly, because I didn't really see that part, but, you know, I believe if Jamal Bryant said it, because I don't think that he would have spoken that, you know, in his congregation. But come on, guys, help me to make this make sense. That does not make no sense at all. So I hope, just like they got these 5 black brothers, which, like I say, they did it. It was horrible. They stomped this guy to death, and they should be indicted. Justice was served. But you're not going to sit there and give the white guy that tasered him, you're not going to go ahead and give him a pass. Because whether he sat there and physically put his foot or his hands on the guy, he tasered him. Because we did see when he was rolling it up. My God, guys, like I said there and say, this is messed up. This is messed up right here. But let me go ahead and get into my commentary, because you know how I get. And I got to see if I can go ahead. I need a woosah moment right here, because this is a lot. So, guys, yes, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Love and Marriage in Huntsville, Destiny. Yes, Destiny Payton. I'm going to go ahead and talk about her. She was on DJ Richard Sky channel, and they were very relaxed. It was very professional. I don't see where she was uncomfortable like she was on the rest of the platforms, but he did a good job. I got to say, DJ Richard, he did a good job. And I believe that Destiny, you know, she was more open on his platform, because she didn't feel like she was on some type of defense. But they went ahead and they talked about, you know, her candle, which a candle, I know I had sit there and I put a picture of it. I don't know where it's at. It might show up because I have a bunch of slides on here. But they showed her candle. Yeah, that's it right there. That is very beautiful. I can't wait to go ahead and order me one, because this right here, I never even saw anything shaped like this before. And it's called Reunite, dealing with her brokenness or whatever it was. But this is beautiful. Whoever did this and drew this out, you know, that was very beautiful. I like how they got the box, how the box look like it's broken and stuff like that. That is very beautiful. And I hope that, you know, she prosper in it. I hope that, you know, this business right here of selling her candles, I hope that, you know, it go farther. Nobody don't try to go ahead and sabotage it just because you don't like Destiny, just because off of a show. You know, go ahead and support a business, because that is very beautiful. I like that. But she also talked about how, you know, she wanted to farther in her singing career. I didn't even know, you know, Destiny, she used to sing like for 9 years, you know, she was singing, you know. So I hope she go, you know, like I said, I hope the best for them all. You know, like I said there and say, if you going on these reality shows and, you know, use it for what it is, you know, do your brand. But she also talked about, you know, her real estate. She's a realtor, and she's working with Marcel in his company, because we know that Marcel and Tisha, they have their own business, the Scott Realtor, and also she talked about Tisha is a broker, which we already know she already have her MBA. So they all going to go ahead and work on all that, which that's great, to go ahead and revamp the show, go back to what the original started, to be entrepreneurs. And if it takes them to sit there and show their brand, because Stormy, she got like a multi-million-dollar business, selling beauty care. And Destiny, she says she's in real estate, and she wants to show more of that, because that's what she used to do. She said how she used to work in a big corporate, where she was pretty the only black woman or something like that, she said, around a bunch of other people, but she did her thing. And I would like to see more of that. I definitely would like to see more of business entrepreneurs, black entrepreneurs, because like I said, I support black business, to see our people prospering, because that is not too many black businesses around, and maybe about 1% of black businesses, and that's small, very small. That's just to show you that we are the biggest consumers. We are the type of people that we will buy, but we're not going to sit there and sell. So we see that our people is out there, doing their thing. Support them, support black businesses. Don't sit there and based off of a reality show, go ahead and try to tell these people down. All that hate, being all miserable and bitter and all this other stuff. And I really liked it. I'm not going to tell you no lie. I really like how DJ Richard went ahead and conducted that interview. And I think she really was more relaxed. She didn't look like she was tight up like when she was on this other guy. I don't know who he was, how he was talking with his tongue was sticking out of his teeth, just being messy, basing off a reality show. How you look like she was so combated, because, I guess the way that he was approaching her. But Richard Rich, he did a good job. I must sit there and say, which he got a very, very calm spirit anyway. I remember when he had just first started off his YouTube channel, I think he had like 15,000 people. And before I blanked my eyes, shoot, he had over 100,000 people. And now, if I'm not mistaken, he probably got 200,000 people. So like I said there and say, when you do good, the universe is going to make sure that it take care of you very well. But yes, she talked about, this DJ Richard right here. Yeah, and it's Tisha and her husband, like these people sitting there about their business, hey, we want to see that, and people think, oh, that's going to be bored. Nobody going to want to watch that. Well, if you don't want to watch and see how black entrepreneurs sitting there, building their brand, then you got a problem. You got a problem if all you want to do is just watch drama, watching our people fighting and tearing each other up. Then you got a problem. Something is wrong with you. Then you just gonna have to go ahead and check yourself. But I also want to go ahead and talk about when Destiny went ahead and she told DJ Richard, which it was like she was coming down on Mel. She was only asking the question. She answered the questions, and I don't think that it was an attack of someone's trying to attack Mel, because really to them it was irrelevant. But what she did said, it made a lot of sense, and I'm glad she went ahead and she broke it down when she had said that for some reason that Martell, when she called Martell, whatever, that, the phone calls was going to Melanie. And to me, I would be suspicious as well, because why would Martell calls go to Melanie? unless Melanie pretty much had hacked. And I'm going to say allegedly, but like I said, if you throw it out there, you are free game. Unless Melanie, she went ahead and hacked Martell's phone, which most likely that's how all that information was feeding to these bloggers, because she knew exactly what income calls and out calls that was going on Martell's phone. So quite obvious that, that makes, that explains everything. And when she called Martell around about whatever hour, I think it was like 1 or 5 o'clock that morning, Mel went ahead and brought it to her. So Destiny probably was sitting there and say, how did she know anything about it unless she had hacked his phone? And maybe she probably was hearing the conversations, and that's why she's upset with Destiny, because maybe Destiny had told Martell some stuff that she had eavesdropped and she heard, and she using it against Destiny, instead of coming out and saying what actually happened. Now, that's just my opinion. And like I said, at the end of the day, we all have opinion, but to me, it makes sense. And when Destiny said that Martell told her to go, come to Atlanta while she was in Atlanta, come to Sheree house. Sheree opened up a house. They was playing spade. They was having a good time. And like I said, when it comes to Mel is something. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go ahead and mute my phone because I know it's going to be ringing. Yes. But getting back to what I was saying is maybe that's why Mel is so bitter. The reason why she's bitter, because she was eavesdropping on the conversation that she shouldn't have been eavesdropping on. And to me, that's illegal. But the thing about it is how she can go and turn it around. When she went ahead and turned it around and said, no, Martell was hacking her phone, but yet you had got all that information. And the thing about it is that Destiny said, which it was true, that it ended on the cutting room floor. And that's what I wanted to understand. I didn't understand why they didn't talk more about that. Why they didn't talk more about it? Why did they cover that up? Unless they're going to go ahead and add that a part of the storyline. That's the only thing that I could think of, because that was good. To say that Mel was hacking his phone. Why would you track him knowing that you guys was divorced or going through a divorce? Y'all was separated, unless they wanted to use all of his information as a storyline, because they think that Martell is slow. You could see that they think that Martell is a dummy, because if they didn't think that he wasn't that smart, they wouldn't have never went ahead and hacked his phone. And most likely that's how they knew all that information about Martell, because Martell is working, not knowing what's going on, and all the while they sitting there packing up all that information so they can go ahead and use it as a storyline. Now, like I said, to me, it makes sense. It makes sense at all, but that is not right. Like I said, whatever you do in the dark, it's going to come back into the light, because you never win playing dirty. You never win playing dirty. And that's not right. That is not fair. To me, that is illegal. And Destiny sat there and she said, and I don't think that Destiny will come on DJ Richard show and lie. Why would someone lie like that? And everybody want to come down on Destiny saying that she's attacking Mel. No, she's not attacking Mel. What she's doing is she's calling Mel out. Mel have done a lot of stuff. And now, like I said there and say, she got to pay the piper. You reap what you sow. If you sowing all these seeds thinking that you're going to be, it's going to just sit there and just die and go away. No, it's harvest time. And as you can see right here, she's reaping it. She's reaping it because now they seen what all the rest of her friends was saying about her. It's either Mel's way or it's no way at all. And sooner or later, these little millimeters or whatever they are, they gonna start seeing for themselves. They're gonna start seeing the same thing that there's what everybody else starting to see. Because like I said, I don't care if you team Mel, team Scott. It's just like your child. You're not going to sit there and allow your child to keep making dumb mistakes or trying to sit there and manipulate you. No, you're going to chastise your child. You're going to correct your child. You're not going to continue allowing your child to keep doing the same mistakes over and over and over. It doesn't make no sense. And a lot of them, just because Destiny was coming out telling the truth, they wants to go ahead and they want to call out like she's jealous. Jealous of what? Everybody on that show is trying for a come up to push their brand. And I like the part when she said that her and Tisha, they going to start working together. Tisha is a broker. Marcel, he own a real estate. That's smart. Wow, to know that they got everything under one umbrella, where they don't have to go out and hire people to do something that now they can do themselves. They own builder license, they own real estate, they own broker. She has a master in business. Gosh, that's an empire by itself. Now that right there is what I call a power couple. So I see why the enemy is trying to drive a wedge between that. Because that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't even think Donald Trump thought of something like that. That's right there. That's $1 billion industry. To say that it's all under one roof in the same house. Now you see why the enemy is trying to mess it up. Now you see. That makes sense. And I would like to see, I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see some positive stuff. So if they can go ahead and revamp it, I'm all for it. I'll be right there in front of the TV. Because we got enough of this beating his dead horse. Like I had told you guys on the last video that I had made, we got enough of that. Who want to keep seeing someone fighting over and over, knowing that, it's over? Come on, get a life. But yes, that's what I wanted to go ahead and show you guys, talk about that, because I really enjoyed the interview. Really did. And Destiny, she did a good job. And I think that now Destiny and Stormy, most likely, they're going to be working together, because Stormy, she have her products. Destiny, she got her supply store. So I believe, most likely Stormy is going to put her products in Destiny's store. That's awesome, guys. Now that's what I call Huntsville on the map. When you seeing that they all coming together and work together instead of tearing each other down. So, like I said, this was real great. Let me see what else I can grab from it. But the thing about it is, when people were sitting there saying that Destiny was jealous, that was horrible. That was very horrible. And someone else says, there she go, calling someone dark but mad. She's labeled aggressive and she's a hypocrite. And that's just some people just being bitter Betty. All that energy, all that stuff, that residue, just sat there and it's just seeking through their soul. That's what I call it. And somebody else said, this was such a good interview for Destiny. You did an amazing job, Richard, as usual. You clearly made her feel comfortable. And yep, I said the same thing. And asked relevant questions without rehearsing all the drama from the season. I'm ready to leave in the past. I'm ready to leave it in the past and see what she brings in the new season. She seems happy, and hopefully that translates on screen next season. Kudos to you for your outstanding work and always bringing great content. Yes, like I said, and this is my first time reading this comment right here. Richard did a very good job. Very, very good job. And my hands goes out to him too. And Destiny, she was relaxed. It's not like they was just taking, rehearsing about what she done to Mel and talking about how aggressive she is. No, that's what you want. You want to see the hood come out of her. And I'm pretty sure that it's in, but that's what you guys want to see. But no, she's about building her brand. She's a single parent right now. She's raising her son. So if she's seen other people sitting there doing the same thing where she know that she's qualified as well, when she says she was working for a large corporate company and she was one of the executives, so quite obvious she can take all that and she can start building her own empire. Come on, guys, that's awesome. I don't know about you, but I'm very happy for him. Very, very happy. Someone else say you are correct. I love Destiny when she was cool with Melanie. Now they saying that they love Destiny when she was cool with Melanie. I guess now she's an enemy, huh? She is right when she says she matches people energy. That is okay, but she is too quick with it. Sometimes she needs to chill a little. She is so beautiful and fun. She has had the rough encounter with almost every female on the show, but Destiny does not play. And I guess that's what Carlos King is trying to go ahead and pull out of her. But I hope she leave Nene wherever Nene is at and start sitting there being like Candy Boris and start building her brand. Because like I said, she's a very smart cookie. So it don't make no sense for you coming on there and try to be hood for these people, just because they need something to go ahead and stroke them. But yeah, let me see if I can go ahead and read some of the transcripts, because I'm not going to play his video, because like I said there and say, I already had my battle with YouTube and I don't need it again, because trust me, it is not worth it. But I think that they're going to go ahead and do a very good job if they revamp it like that, because that's exactly what Huntsville was all about. Love and Marriage in Huntsville. It was about Black entrepreneurs coming together and building. So if they can go ahead and revamp that, and if some, whoever don't wants to come on board, which I don't understand why they wouldn't, but if they don't want to come on board because they still want to act like a bitter Betty, then they need to go ahead and exit. Because like I said, even though Melanie may have pitched that show, but Melanie is not cutting those checks. So if she's not cutting that check, then hit the road, Jack. That's how I look at it. And in here, I'm going to call it like it is. It is what it is. And she said Destiny did say that she brought a lot of stuff to the show, but it ended up on the cutting room floor. And I'm glad when she had threw that table or chair at Stormy, they went ahead and they kept that on the cutting room floor. So I'm glad whoever decided to go ahead and make that decision to do that, which you don't know how, if they are losing ratings and if Destiny start, getting big and her and Stormy, start working together and you seeing them, building up their empire, most likely that's when they're going to pull of Destiny, throw that chair at Stormy. They're going to pull that out of the cutting room floor, because they love to go ahead and smear someone's character. So I guess they wait until Destiny and Stormy get close friends and start doing good to go ahead and put that dark cloud around them. But I hope they don't even fall for it, because if they didn't play it then they might as well go ahead and keep it on the cutting room floor. But yeah, guys, I really liked it. That was a very, very good interview. And like Destiny said there and say, it's time to go ahead and move on. And I don't blame her. And she's also talked about how, she gonna show her boyfriend, I don't know if that's her fiance, but she's gonna go ahead and bring him on the show. Which that them trolls, what they gonna do is start digging up all kinds of stuff, trying to find out who he's with, what girlfriend he had, and they gonna end up trying to break that up. So I guess he's got to be strong. So in order for them to come on that show, which I don't think it's gonna last because they're gonna start throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. Yep. So let me see what else I saw in here. I'm facing back and forth like you can't hit nobody on camera. Yeah, and I guess she was talking about, some stuff that was going on. And she talked about how, I didn't know she was a foster child, which I think her mom had died and her dad ended up getting her out of the foster care, and her dad is very, very close. So that was awesome. And like I sit there and say, I don't just sit there and slum on these and watch these reality shows. But like I said, it pretty much is all the same. But if they can go ahead and revamp it and start showing more of the business side, I think that I would actually enjoy it. And also Destiny, she talked about the Gucci bag that Stormy had gave her, and she said the reason why she wasn't so accepted, she didn't really accept the bag, because of she thought that Stormy was giving it to her out of charity. And I guess she was having like some kind of flashback because of Melody, when Melody had gave her $5,000 or $6,000 and went ahead and blasted. So she didn't want to be sort of like a charity case. So that's why she didn't receive that Gucci bag, which she said that she ended up losing it anyway with other luggage that she had. So she said she went ahead and lost that. And she said, away fine, we are Gucci, like I was like after being public humiliated. So she's talking about when Melanie had went ahead and blast when Melanie had gave her the $5,000, which that was horrible. And she said something about it was like she was having PTSD because, sort of like a gotcha moment. And the reason why she said that is because, she didn't want to go ahead and relive that. So I understand exactly what she was talking about. But when someone gives you something, and you don't go ahead and blast it, you don't toot your horn, because God does not bless stuff like this. And they want to holler, oh, God bless me. God done this for me. The devil can bless you too. Yes, the devil can bless you too. And you will know the devil's blessings from God's blessings, because when the devil bless you, you're going to be up all night trying to fight to keep it, or sitting there and would never get no rest. But when God bless you, trust me, you're going to have peace. You're going to be able to sleep at night. So people need to, just because you see people with a huge house and a nice cars and a nice clothes and eating at the best restaurant, that does not mean that all that stuff from coming from God. Sometimes the devil, what he would do, he would try to put you onto the highest pinnacle just to sit there and have someone else to come and shake your tail right off it. That's how it usually works. I wish I could be able to come on to camera up, guys, because I like to interact, but for some reason I cannot go ahead and camera up. But let me see what else she was saying, because what I am reading is some of the transcripts, because I'm not going to go ahead and play the video. Yeah, but she was talking about her bag and stuff like that. And she said, just so you know, I'm going to leave us in so the people know I'm spiritual connected. Okay. So how was the new baby? We can't call him new baby. Oh, so yeah, they're talking about her new boo. So he's going to be on that show. She called him It's Just Okay. My friend called it Mr. Wonderful. So I guess she's going to go ahead and give him a name or whatever it is. But like I said, didn't say that was about it. She and talking about the business and how they all working together. The only one most likely don't want to come on board. You know who that is. But like I said, the show don't stop just because, one monkey want to stop the show. You continue going on. So just because they feel like, oh, they the one had started the business, well, if you started the business and you got other partners, the business is not going to go down just because you failed to go ahead and put in. What they're going to end up doing is they're going to end up kicking your tail out. But like I said, this right here, it can be a good thing, because even though when I think of reality shows, it leaves a bad taste on my mouth. That's why I don't really blog about stuff like this. But it could be a good thing. It all depends the people. Are you willing to come on and act a fool? Are you willing to show people that we can sit there and we can start our businesses? Black entrepreneurs. We can be civilized, which we are. That's just a stereotype what they want to attach to us. And like I said, most of the people that's stirring up that drama is the ones that's sitting there feeding off all them lies that's thrown out to them. And I know they see exactly what's going on. You cannot tell me that these people don't see what's going on. It's just that they are messy, petty. But she talked about all the stuff, that she got going on. And I hope that she be able to succeed with it. I'm really rooting for her, Which, Destiny, like we really don't know too much about her, because like she said, she brought a lot, but it ended up on the cutting room floor. And I understand what DJ Richard had told her, how, when she came on the show and how she came on, and all of a sudden when it was time for her to talk about her personal business, her marriage, it's like she shut off. It was like a page that wasn't there. And that's not his exact words. And it's not verbatim. But it left everybody, like wondering what was going on, which she explained that. She told why, she couldn't talk about it. It was because of court order. So if the judge say that you cannot talk about certain things, and I'm pretty sure that Destiny went ahead and related that to her boss or whoever is in charge on that reality show and told them, look, this is what the paper says, that the judge say that I cannot talk about my divorce. Then she have to abide by that. If not, she could be held accountable for it. She could have lost a child. Is it worth, that show was worth so much just to entertain you all, for her to go ahead and lose her child? It wasn't worth that. So why would she go ahead and talk about something that she can't? So I'm like, Destiny, that right there shouldn't have never been held against her, And like she had said that her head was pretty much on a chopping block, where I think that they was going to go ahead and fire her. That's what she thought, that they was going to go ahead and fire her. And when Kimmy had said what she said there and say, Kimmy see that, she almost out the door. Why would Kimmy say something like that? But like I said, everybody going to fight for themselves. Ain't nobody worrying about you guys. So on his some of his comments, I mean, they really he really have, DJ Richard really have good supporters. They not all bitter, because they really was pretty much, happy to see that Destiny was happy. So someone says the fact that she's been trying to tell Mel secrets just because she pulled back show the type of chick she really is. Still a no for me. It's gonna be always a no for you. It's gonna always be a no for her. So, because like I said, when you team whoever and you passionate about your people, it's gonna always be a no for you, because that's They team Mel. So quite obvious, they're gonna say something like that. Mel is tired of being used by those leeches. Let's see what they're gonna bring to the table on the show. Now, who Mel did anything for but pitch the show. Mel could not pitch the show without other castmates. So how could they sit there and say Mel, these castmates was leeches, like they was just sucking Mel dry? These people didn't even really care about what Mel had going on. The only thing that they wanted to do is just go ahead and support Mel. Like I say, guys, I don't know what show that these people are watching for them to say that Mel was tired of these leeches. Every last one of them that came on that show has something going on. So how could they say something like that? I don't think that they know what they're talking about. I think they all watching some other show. I don't know. And this person said interview was good, but felt like a PR session arranged by callers. And I think it is a PR. It could be a PR that she's doing, and cleaning up herself, getting out there, because she's been on a lot of bloggers' channel. But that's a good thing. Mel did it. Mel throw them out. So why she can't do it? If people wants to know who Destiny is, and they say they want to know more about her, at least she's giving everybody a chance to come on that platform. I hope she come on mine, because I saw where she went on a small platform. She went on several small platforms. And Lord knows this channel need it. I would love for her to come on. I'll make sure I get the right equipment and everything else that I need. And I would have her to come on. Like I say, that's what iron sharpens iron. We helping each other. Not tearing down, building up. I don't understand. I just don't know. Lord help our people. And now look at this. Another bitter person. Let me see what this one says. It says, girl, that Madani event probably wouldn't even made air if Mel hadn't showed up. So the event that Destiny had at a shop when Mel went in and started all that drama, they saying that it may have wouldn't came on air. I don't believe that. I believe they would have went ahead and showed that. Wow. And that's why I'm so glad that they are revamping this show, where they could take some of the light off of all that other drama, because like I say, that's just like beating a horse. Because if this is what you call Mel is the only one with the storyline, it's only a storyline behind her divorce or what somebody else is doing her. And someone says, again, Richard, another great interview for you. Your spirit and personality is refreshing and needed on YouTube. You are definitely going places. And I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, he was on a larger platform before he had started his YouTube channel, because I believe I saw him somewhere else, because he definitely needs to be on a larger platform. The way that he conducted this interview, DJ Richard, he can have his own talk show, because people are more open to him because of his personality. So I think that he can do a good job. Everybody is very congratulating him. That was a great interview, Richard. It seems Destiny was comfortable and willing to share, but only to a degree. Well, she's not going to go ahead and give it all out. Like, I wonder if she forgot she told callers she did not have anything from a judge that prevented her from talking about the marriage on the night show. She said her and her, I guess her ex-husband agreed not to discuss that situation, but she wasn't legally bound to not talk about it. Also, she never told us what happened with her store. She is removing the products from the site. So is she's done with the side of that beauty industry? I don't know. I guess she's gonna talk more about that because someone has said that she's removing some of her products. Well, maybe she might want to go ahead and restock, or maybe she might be going to another location because she is connecting to real estate now. So she probably get closer to Letitia and Marcel business, where or maybe close to a good location. She might feel like that's not a good location because, if I'm not mistaken, she said something they were saying about the location that she was in. I'm not going to go ahead and put it out because I'm not quite sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure that she's going to continue with her store, she said, because I think she was like the only person in her family with a business, and something about a family. I don't know, something she had said before about that. But if she and Stormy hook up, I promise you that's going to be awesome. And also with her real estate license, and if she hook up with Marcel and Tisha, and like I said, man, all I could sit there and say, get ready, just like TD Jakes. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ain't nobody mad but the devil, trust me. And them old horns gonna start sticking up. Because if they can try to sit there and sabotage these people's business, trust me, they definitely will. Guys, I got 10 more minutes. Because I only stay about an hour. It's almost 10 more minutes. So Martell calls were going to mail voicemail. Wouldn't that mean he forwarded his calls to her? Destiny, obsessed with Martell, she followed him city to city. No, that does not mean that. I guess this person don't know what business is, because if they was doing business together and he know, or whatever, Melanie knew his number, and just like if he was on call, she can get his calls forward to her, and he still could answer his phone. So you still don't know that she's forwarding those calls to her own phone. So like I said, these people don't know what's going on. Still of all, it shouldn't have never happened, because I don't think that they would have brought stuff out like this and it was a lie. Now, some of the stuff that Melanie was saying had all of our head spinning, even Martell, when Melanie had said that Martell was hacking her phone, which I don't think that he was doing that. And again, they saying, great interview. Not a fan of Destiny on the show. DJ Richard, you did not disappoint. Great interview. I love how you were able to gather so much information. And like I said, they did a lot. He covered a lot of stuff. There's so much I could say, positive and negative, but I am just going to leave the comment with one positive and one negative. I love Destiny's smile. I appreciate how warm this interview felt in terms of good energy. Destiny obviously let her guards down. She did. And it was refreshing. Okay, that was too positive. Negative, I found her answer about who she is close with now or talk with the most very interesting. And that's what I think. I think that people are jealous because now Destiny and Stormy are friends, because Stormy and Melanie was friends, and that's where I think some of that jealousy is coming, because now Melanie lost another friend. And I believe that if Stormy would have stayed with Destiny, we wouldn't have that problem. Now watch, I promise you, watch next season. If you see Destiny and Stormy doing business and doing great, I promise you, these people are going to sit there and they're going, I mean, you're going to start seeing the horns come out of these people. I promise you guys, you definitely would. And like I say, in here, it is real talk, unapologetic, unbiased. I'm calling it like I said. And if you guys can help me to see what I don't see, like I say, the floor is open. You are welcome to come on. You are very welcome. Because maybe you might see something that I don't see. And this person said, it says how so many people allow other dictates how they feel about others. Growth is growth. At least give her credit for that. She's using a platform to talk about experience, and she experienced them. Nobody is perfect. This was a great interview. The only issue I had is the hack phone fiasco. If I receive calls on my phone multiple times, I don't know I'm calling, answering questions as well. Melanie's number is private, so it would raise an alarm. Who is calling me? Destiny says she doesn't know what happened, but it's quickly to say Melanie did it. She could have just said, I don't know, and left it at all. She is still on the Melanie hate train. And I don't think that she was on the Melanie hate train. It's just that she wanted to know how Melanie had got that information. I don't think that Sheree had went ahead and told somebody where it got back to Melanie. So for Melanie to know that Destiny went to Sheree's house around about 1 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and she knows she didn't tell it to nobody else, where it could have gotten back to Destiny. And most likely, like I said, we don't have the entire story. We only can run with parts because all that had ended up on the cutting room floor. So if Destiny sat there and said it came back to her from Melanie, then, all we can do now is just take her for her word until, next season, until, we find out what is going on. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to go ahead for season 6. I'm going to go ahead and blog about it, especially if they are revamping, because I want to see Tisha no longer behind Marcel, but they side by side working together. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see where Tisha is in the home frying bacon and sitting there, not living her life, knowing that she's still young. I want to see her take her education, and I want to see her put her business together. I want to see her business plan. I want to see them build. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them prosper, because that's how they originally started. I would love to see that. And anybody that does not want to see that, they are nothing but a hater. Anybody wants to see drama, calling the show boring, just because these people are sitting there building. Dag, man, come on, give them a break. Not everything is about drama. And I understand drama sells. But just to see our people doing something that is positive, that's a plus. And to see people out there trying to sabotage other people's business, I take it very personal, because it happened to me. And the thing about it is our people not knowing when I'm blessed, you're blessed. So we don't have to tear each other down. And we don't have to be jealous of one another. Because whatever they got, trust me, you can get even better. But you won't be able to get it if you want to try to get it off of jealousy or pulling somebody else down. It's not going to last. And not only that, you won't be happy. You won't be happy. Because if I got to get something, knowing that I got it because I tore somebody down, I wouldn't even want it. But like I said, they can be great, Huntsville, yes, Huntsville can be on the map. Black business, black entrepreneurs. Huntsville can grow. People sitting, like I sit there and say, they looking at, oh, these little backwood towns, and trust me, you may think they slow, but they are not slow. They are doing their things, and they can be great. They can be awesome. And I'm pretty sure that if you see them building up businesses and commercial business and doing all sorts of stuff in that community, you might hear from Oprah Winfrey. You never know. Oprah might go and visit. But I'm pretty sure that Oprah is very embarrassed now. Oprah don't want to have nothing to sit there and do with these people, because Oprah, she usually, visit, people that comes on our network. You remember Sweetie Pie, and she will do some pop-ups. But I don't think that Oprah Winfrey gonna do some pop-ups, not on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, not now. But when they start building and start doing positive stuff, I'm pretty sure that Gail and Oprah gonna do a pop-up. And you guys know, when I speak it, you can take it to the bank. You can take it to the bank when I speak it. If they sit there and revamp, take all their business and they put it together and come on one accord, they got everything that they need in the house. Marcel got his brother. He's an attorney. Kimmy, she's in realtor. Marcel, he got his builder license, his own realtor company. Tisha, MBA, business, a broker. You can't ask for nothing better than that. That's what I call living a good life. When you can sit there and work from the bottom up. And I pray that they succeed. I pray that our people can pull it off. Because we have this stereotype, where we cannot work together. Black people cannot work together. But that's a lie. And we curse that right now and throw it back into the pits of hell. That our people can work together. And I hope they prove it. They break that curse. Because that's all it is. That Willie Lynch syndrome, that slave mentality. That we can't have nothing. That we got to work for the white man the rest of our life. Because that's what's been put in our mind. That's what's been indoctrinated in us. That we are not smart enough to work for ourselves, but yet we build these companies off our sweat and our blood, but yet we don't own it. But like I said, the buck stopped right here, especially with this generation right here. We can do it. We can come together. We can work. Because if we come together, we can be a force to be reckoned with, where we can put Satan down on his knees. But we got to stop fighting one another. Stop trying to sabotage one another like crabs in a bucket. When you see one try to get ahead, you there to pull them back in. Come on, guys, wake up. Wake up. We can work together. And I'm ready. I'm ready to see our people prosper. Because we are one of the biggest consumers. Don't you know that we spend trillions of dollars a year? We spend it. We the biggest consumers. And we only own 1% of business in the United States. 1%. Come on, guys. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And like I said, in here, guys, it's real talk. can't sugarcoat. I got to tell it like it is. In here is grown folks. Because I know we can do it. I know we can come together. I know we can build. Because look around. Everything, we have built it already. We just don't own it. Why? Why? And that's the question that I'm going to leave you guys with. So guys, on that note, you all have a blessed day. Happy blessed Sunday. And like I said, we can do it. But it takes unity. So you all have a good night. Peace out.